Welcome back to Remember 11, part I don't even know anymore. Reality has collapsed upon itself, and my mind is broken and blown. Let's continue. Quantum teleportation. Apparently it is, if that's what's been happening to us. Ooh. Oh, there's a few we can easily miss. Abbreviation composed of the first letters of the names of three physicists: Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen. Those three presented the EPR paper to argue against the concept of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, I believe, of quantum mechanics. The opposition was especially pronounced in the case of Einstein, summed up by his famous remark, "God does not play dice." He's got to have some sort of sense of humor. Although fully recognizing its usefulness, he was known to be uncomfortable with and to oppose quantum mechanics until his death, because of his inability to definitely describe the microscopic aspects of physical reality. Einstein conducted many thought experiments that criticized quantum mechanics and troubled his opponent Niels Bohr, one of the founders of quantum mechanics. Okay. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle. In quantum mechanics, it's the uncertainty principle states that, regarding a particle's position and momentum, energy and time, and other pairs of physical properties, one cannot accurately measure and determine both pairs simultaneously. The uncertainty relationship states that the product of the uncertainty of two values cannot be smaller than a fixed proportion of Planck's constant. Holds true. It was derived by Werner Heisenberg, obviously, 1927. EPR paper. Oh boy, this is a big one. Paper published by Einstein, Podolsky, and Nathan Rosen. Thought experiment, which is extremely critical of quantum mechanics, ended up having the opposite effect and became the best material for deepening one's understanding of the field. Details are as follows. According to quantum theory, when two particles are created at some location by the same event, they share a certain kind of state. For example, a stationary pi mason decays into two photons traveling. I don't know if I said that right or not. Decays into two photons traveling in opposite directions, but both members of the photon pair are represented with a single Schrödinger equation. Schrödinger wave equation representing their path. They're in the same state, therefore they follow the same path. Quantum theory states that as long as they aren't observed, they can be expressed by the same equation forever. So even if one of them flies a long distance away, if you observe some information about it, such as spin or polarization, then you should know the state of the particle that remained behind, because they're in the same plane, same state. Blah. But at the moment you observe one particle, the wave function of the other particle collapses accordingly, appearing as if the measured information had been instantly transmitted from one to the other. EPR paper argued this is a violation of causality. However, modern quantum mechanics has successfully come up with a proper explanation, and experimental results that support it have been published one after another. Yes. EPR, I think what he means by EPR pair is a pair of points that follow and hold true in the EPR experiment. How many tips are there again? Jesus, 110. Why do I have a feeling that we're going to be getting a lot of them in this sequence here? Particle pair generation. As an example of an established method, the following procedure exists when the UV laser beam interacts with a crystal of nonlinear optical material, such as barium borate. Each single photon splits into two other photons with long wavelengths. These split photons travel along the contours of two cones that, in turn, are symmetric about the internal beam. The points where the contours of the two cones intersect have photons in the state of entanglement. There is no distinction as to their origin there. What is known about these entangled photons is that their polarization is mutually orthogonal. However, it is impossible to definitely know their respective deflection angles. This method of creating entangled photons is called parametric down conversion. Whoa. Entanglement! My goodness. Quantum superposition. A situation in which a system of several quantum bits, in accordance with the laws, forms an inseparable state, behaves as if it were a single entity. Quantum bit! Goodness! Refers to a new unit of information content different from the classical bit, 1 or 0, used in modern computers, von Neumann machines, a physical state in which 0 and 1 overlap. A quantum superposition is treated as an operational unit, also known as a qubit. Computers that use them are called quantum computers, are capable of carrying out very fast calculations, massively parallel computations. Goodness, last one. A computer bit creates a superposition of two states as a single element and performs calculations using both states. To this, if there are 10 elements, the number of calculations that you can perform simultaneously rises to 2 to the 10th power. As more elements are added, computational power grows dramatically. The speed this computer boasts of truly can be called wondrous. Did you get that all? Anyways, EPR pair, quantum entanglement, and the influence on the state of one particle is instantaneously transmitted to the other. But when we stop observing one of them, for example, when we're in one area or the other, the state of the other one changes. Am I correct? I bet you never expected this dilemma to get into quantum mechanics, did you? For the record, I don't understand all that 100% either, so if you don't, it's alright. I tried my best to... I really just delivered most of it and explained what I could, which was very little. Sender Alice and the receiver Bob. And cryptography, oh. Well, that's easy enough. A person found to be intercepting communications through bug or wiretap between Alice and Bob is customarily referred to as Eve, for eavesdropping. Never heard of that convention, but I dig it. Okay, from Alice to Bob via pair of entwined particles, B and C, to Alice and Bob respectively. Introduce particle A, which is in the state phi. I'm just guessing at my Greek letters here. I do not know my Greek alphabet. We know what the wave function is, but let's... Function of space coordinates and time describing the current state of a particle. Satisfies the Schrödinger equation, and possibly the Dirac equation, and proves the wave property of quantum particles. And square its absolute value, we could give the existing probability of a particle. The probability amplitude. Collocate particle A with particle B. The Bell measurement. Holy fuzz. Placing an isolated pair of particles in an entangled state, and observing both of them at the same time in a way that doesn't permit them to be distinguished from each other. Kind of like a situation we're in at the moment. Particles must be passed through a beam splitter, a half-silvered mirror, at the same time. Extremely difficult in practice.
Alice は粒子 A と粒子 B との間でベル測定と呼ばれる特別な測定を
Okay, Bell measurement on parts A and B.
簡単に言ってしまえば2つの状態間のパラメータを測るということ。この時アリスの得られる情報はベル状態、つまり A と B とで絡み合った4つのそれぞれ異なった量子論的な状態であって粒子 A の情報負載を得ることはない。
Okay,
この状
phi
態は
particle
それぞ
A.
れ理論上すべて同じ確率でその確率は4分の1ずつとなる。
One fourth for each state.
というわけだ。そして粒子 A のテレポーテーションがアリスがベル測定を行った瞬間に粒子 A、B の区別はなくなり EPR ペアの状態が破壊される。
Okay. So, A and B become intertwined, and the EPR pair entanglement between B and C
ボブ側の EPR 状態
is broken.
を収集し情報負載が粒子 C に移動する。
Partially collapses because they're no longer observing particles C and Bob.
ボブはベル測定の結果をアリスから知らされるまでは意味のある情報への変換の仕方がわからない。
So the state of phi is sent to Bob,
その次はベル測定の結果の送信。
but he won't be able to recreate it until he gets the result of the Bell measurement.
アリスが得たベル測定の結果をボブ
In,
に
in essence, the state of AB.
この時の通信手段は一般的
Phone
には
call or
電話
letter?
などの古典通信高速以下の通信が使われる。
Occurring below the speed of light.
最後に量子情報の変換。
Okay, the transformation of the quantum state.
ボブは知らされたベル測定の結果を利用して粒子 C の量子的な情報にユニタリー変換
A unitary transformation to the particle C in his possession. Okay, in unitary space, a linear transformation which preserves the value of the Hermitian inner product of two arbitrary vectors before and after the transformation. Suppose we denote the adjoint of an n by n matrix M as M. Then M is unitary if it is a complex-valued square matrix fulfilling the equation M times M equals M prime, or M inverse equals E. Yes, where E is the identity matrix of order n being the order, which would naturally be the identity matrix, be M times M, which we've established that M is a square matrix, so E is identity of the matrix of order n, n being n by n. Okay, I'm alright. I'm just really starting to lose it. I am familiar with matrix math, matrix operations and the like. Okay, the state phi Alice wanted to send to Bob was successfully reproduced on Bob's side. Okay, unitary transformation.
EPR は二段構造となっているが、アリスの隣にアリス2、アリス3、アリス N と E に設置でき、簡単に説明するとこんなところだ。
That's still really bugging out there.
量子テレポーテーションは今回、人間などは転送させることができる。
I still don't have that down 100%.
微粒子のみの転送しかできないと言われている。だが、私の属している企業によって開発された技術が
Business enterprise. Joint Japanese-German pharmaceutical company Is it Librin? Internationally renowned drug manufacturer? Oh no. Don't tell me it's... God damn it! God damn it! Why? I'll finish that next video. Damn it!